All right. One of my favorite conversations and one of my most important marketing strategies in my own business really comes down to what we refer to as cause marketing. And most every agent here at West USA is familiar with West USA Cares, and West USA Cares is our philanthropic effort here at West USA, and it is led by our very own CarrieLynn Mason, and she is in the studio with us to talk about cause marketing. So, CarrieLynn, welcome to the big show. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
So, I'm going to start with a story. No, it's a good story to lead things off. So, cause marketing is something that I've always done throughout my entire career. Not necessarily, it's not always been systematic or strategic. It's just, I want to give back to the community. And then years ago, I really started putting strategies behind it and researching it and so forth. And during that time that I was mentoring Nick to be my replacement as executive vice president, for obvious reasons, a lot longer than I anticipated. But we're still working on it.
Every day is a learning.
So I used to go around to all the West USA offices and talk about cause marketing and do these classes. And then I would just get frustrated because agents just wouldn't do it and so forth. And so I remember one day, one of our office managers asked me to do this class, and I'm like, I really don't want to do it. I'm so tired of talking about cause marketing. And so before I went over there, I went back into my CRM and I started tracking, like, how much business am I getting from cause marketing? And I came to the conclusion that on average, every single year, my specific cause marketing strategies result in about 10 to 12 transactions a year. And then I'm like, oh, I got to double down on this now. I didn't realize, and that was my fault because I wasn't really paying attention. But I'm like, this stuff really works. So I'm excited to talk about cause marketing. So let's just jump into it. What is cause marketing?
I think it's the fun part of business. Ooh. It's the part that fills your heart.
Nick's heart's black.
Wow. I'm saying nothing to you today.
Pick on Nick Day.
No more Nick Day. Well, every day is pick on Nick Day, Carrie. That's the fun part about our podcast.
So cause marketing is that opportunity for a profitable business to be able to partner with a nonprofit and be able to get the benefits for both businesses. So I think this was one of my favorite definitions that I was able to find off of cause marketing matrix. And the second part of it is one that stands out to me is it's a great marketing strategy as it mutually benefits the company's image as well as the cause or causes it is supporting. So being able to have your business shine and look bright in the community and what you're doing alongside with benefiting the nonprofit and seeing them be able to get donatable items, money, whatever it might be, both of your businesses get to flourish in different ways. And it's that mutual flourish. And being able to do something that comes from the heart, that's meaningful, that you can share with your clients that, hey, this is my passion. This is what I fully put my heart and soul into, allows them to connect with you.
Sometimes they're not 501. They're not nonprofits. In other words, sometimes you can do business. Cause is I'm helping. Cause is, I'm doing something good, a community service or whatever. Even like in the off-road community, people get together and they clean up the trails.
Cause.
Environmental causes, right. There's so many different things that don't necessarily,
as long as the community service is not court ordered. Because then that's
there's
still giving back.
There's a good footnote.
Giving back.
Yeah, there's a good footnote. But no, and then you could, so by marketing, by putting it on your Facebook page or by communicating it, making it part of who you are every year, collecting and adding and remembering all those things at year end that you can reflect back on and having conversations of what they meant to you and your clients. That's what this is all about.
I think it's also about overcoming the perception that either corporations, companies, or real estate agents are greedy. I think there is that perception that real estate agents, all we care about is commissions and just getting paid and so forth. And when we partner with a cause or some sort of charity, it helps our consumers, our sphere of influence, our neighbors, people in our community understand that we are more about just us. We're more about the community, and some of the prime examples I've seen in the corporate world, the NFL has really toned down on this. But I remember years ago, October was always Breast Cancer Awareness Month with the NFL, and the players they did get a little carried away, but everything was pink, from the shoes, the socks, to shoelaces.
But it was great to see.
But it was great to see,
Yes.
and other companies that we go to, you buy one product and they donate one to a charity, and so forth. But what it did for the NFL is it brought women in, because football was not viewed. Oh, I don't know how it was viewed, but women viewed as football as just very violent and a bunch of grown men, beating the crap out of each other and so forth. But women got to see the NFL on the happier side of things, of caring about a cause and giving
It's the
back.
softer side. It's your vulnerable side. Yeah. It brings out wherever those tough football players or get on the field, their softer side of where their hearts belong. Might not necessarily always be on the field. It might be because of a cause, and it might be a very close cause to them in some cases.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, they have a, you can involve the consumer in whatever that is. But you talk about it, and for those people who that might be on their heart, and that might be something that they have a passion in as well, they will help contribute to it as well. So that's a good.
All right, so let's talk about some of the things that cause marketing establishes. So as we move forward, I want every single one of our listeners to think about a cause or a charity that they are passionate about. Could be from personal experience, or whatever the case is, or something that you just get really excited about, and as you kind of go through some of these things that it builds for us.
Well, and this is part of your business plan as well. I mean, these are the things when you sit down and you want to create, or you're starting your real estate business, you want to build trust, loyalty, and visibility. Those are three major factors for a business. So to be able to tie these together, again, is just that creating that win-win for everybody. Trust, take a look at trust and authenticity. That is a huge, huge word, especially today more than ever. Cause marketing shows who you are beyond the sale, which is what, West USA has always been about, building relationships. It's not the transaction, it's the relationship you have with your client. So when you support meaningful causes, clients see your value. That builds trust. People trust people who care, and giving back through events or donations shows your business is personal, not just transactional. A great example on this trust, I kind of put some examples of each one here, is hosting a backpack drive at your local open house shows you care about local families. Each visitor who aren't buying the house, you will be remembered as the agent that always gives back. And this is kind of one of the things that we say that's a good thing for agents to do, to be able to tie them together and then be able to take advantage of not only doing the open house, but the days before. So when you go and you walk that neighborhood the day before, create a flyer that talks about your backpack drive or whatever drive you're wanting to do that's the easiest at the open house. And you're connecting with the people in that neighborhood on a different level than, hey, I'm a realtor and I'm doing an open house. Come see this house in the neighborhood.
Idea.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of, hey, I'm hosting this drive while we're doing open house. It's a neighborhood, connectivity event, and I'd love for you to stop by, drop off a backpack. We can have a conversation and just meet each other and say hi.
I would also, in this, I would reach out to all your sphere of influence and post it on Facebook and invite everybody to drop by and see you at the open house, because it's
Looks like one busy open house.
Yep, exactly. Well, and so,
that's not a bad thing,
right? Cars lined up.
We talk a lot, or I do, negatively about large Facebook social media groups. One of the good things about social media is they've made us very hyperactive in our own communities. Whether you know your neighbor next door or not, you're engaging with them and their posts, because I would imagine, just like everybody, or like my neighborhood, you all have a closed group around your specific area that you live in. This is a pretty fantastic way of getting those individuals to talk about that open house coming up, because we have a school. I mean, my girls go to that school. If there's something happening in that school, people are talking about it. If there's an open house that's collecting for our school that helps drive good things to that community, that educational, that entity, oh my goodness, you're going to have a lot of people talking about that. People are going to come by just to drop off the backpack. If they see that sign, they go, oh, that's the school my kids go to. I might be coming back later that day to drop a backpack off. That's fantastic.
Especially if it's a closed group
Yep.
and you don't have access to it because you don't live in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
If other people are posting for you, that's the best publicity
All
right
right.
there.
Well, okay. So this is a brilliant idea, and I hadn't even thought about this.
All right, I think we're done, guys.
No,
Let's just end it now.
no,
Good
I'm
job
just
there,
saying
Nugget.
too.
No, there's better stuff.
But I'm saying is this is a year-round thing. So backpacks aren't a year-round thing. So depending on the type of year, every open house you're doing, especially on a new listing, if you have that opportunity to walk the neighborhood, pick something.
Socks for the homeless. Kongs. They always need those Kongs dog toys for the pet shelters to keep them busy while they're in the cages. There's all kinds of little stuff. Depending on the charity you work with, you could ask them what is their biggest need and be able to fulfill that need with them.
All right, let's talk about loyalty.
So loyalty is a big thing. Relationships, again, over transactions. When clients feel like they're part of something bigger, they stay loyal. Cause marketing gives them that reason to feel proud of working with you, and it humanizes your brand, creating that emotional connection. So loyal clients will return and become advocates for you. An example, letting your clients choose a nonprofit to donate to after closing makes their experience personable, memorable, and shareable. A big thing that we have here is, and which I'll get into, is our sign writers, our West USA Care sign writers. These are huge to be able to bring into your listing presentations and let them know that, hey, I'm going to be hanging this up on the listing. It says that I'm donating to a charity or a cause in the community. And it allows you to ask them, hey, what is your passion? What is your charity of choice? What means the most to you that I can donate part of my commission to the sale of this home? Brings your clients in. They're like, oh, wow, okay, I get to choose?
I love this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or, putting something up that asks your client, hey, what are your guys' favorite charity in the area? Something that allows them to help become part of your experience of giving back.
I think also with this too, and I know the next point is visibility, but if I've got a listing in a neighborhood and I got a sign writer that says portion of the proceeds of this house are going to XYZ charity or a charity, and I'm someone living in the neighborhood, I'm thinking about selling my home, and I see other real estate signs in the yard, this one's going to speak a little bit different to me.
Well, not only that, but I'm seeing a lot of side writers that are focused on accepting, because of the buyer broker agreement, buyers to come in welcoming, buyer concessions or buyer, not concessions, but compensation. Flip it. Okay, let's not talk about the money. Let's talk about the sale of this house and the relationship side of it versus the money side of it.
I love it. All right, visibility. So I kind of segued into visibility.
Yeah, this is great because biggest thing of all is organic. That's the best way to be able to kind of create that connection with your clients. Positive exposure, people would love to share good deeds. Anytime you see something good, people love to share it because there is a lot of negativity in the world. Cause marketing naturally builds visibility through content, social media, and word of mouth. It aligns your brand with uplifting stories without sounding like an ad, which is the most important thing. Partnering with a pet shelter for a donation drive could get you shared on their page, boost engagement, or even land on media coverage, which is kind of to Nick's point earlier, let the other people be able to be a part of it. They'll naturally just spread the word. They're going to tell people about it. They're going to share it on their social media. You don't even have to do the work sometimes.
Pets are such a good thing. They're like children in a way. In other words, that everybody loves to see children, I think, for the most part. Yeah, Mike. And so when the other thing is animals. I mean, there is just some kind of human connection with caring or protecting animals. And, has been for years. I remember rest his soul, Bob, Broker Bob, would do the, Lost My Home Pet Foundation. And it was just something that was passionate on his heart, like being safe around pool water. But, these were things that the community gets involved in and, and really helps expand.
I remember we did the Lost Our Home bleach drive years ago. I think it's
Yeah.
been
I
quite a few
remember
years.
That's right.
Everybody came out for that. We had not only a truck bed full, but a trailer full of bleach because they said they needed it, and it was the only thing that killed certain diseases that the animals were having, and the community came out in tenfold. It was beautiful.
Yeah, here's the difference, Todd, between kids and dogs
Uh-oh.
and animals.
Am I getting
Some
schooled here?
people's
no.
dogs are their children.
No. I was
Yeah,
going to
fur
say,
babies.
listen,
Exactly.
everybody loves a
Yeah.
baby,
Yes.
but nobody cares about my 16-year-old, right? Everybody loves a puppy, and my 16-year-old, 100-pound overweight lab, everybody's still going to love and want to take care of. Okay, pets are always more powerful.
All right. I do stand corrected there. Thank you.
All right, let's get into some tips. And so, I think the first decision is, a lot of your ideas was kind of like, okay, you could pick a charity here, pick a charity there, and so forth. And so the point is always be partnering with someone. So you can either go that route or pick a charity that this is your charity. This is who you are going to partner with. Everything is going to revolve around that charity. And so let's talk about how we get started with this.
So the first thing to take a look at is aligning with a cause that matches your brand. Choose a cause that naturally fits your business mission, values, and audience. Authentic alignment builds trust and voids the cause washing. This is supporting causes just for PR without that genuine commitment. That is your audience is going to read into it. Whoever your clients, whatever it is, they're going to see if you're not being genuine and you're really just going through the motions. That defeats the whole entire purpose. So being able to find something that's genuine to you is going to show more to the public.
Yeah, and I think also too is you got to ask some questions. Is this this is great. Is it going to make sense to your audience? Is it going to make sense to me? Is this something that I can get passionate about, excited about? Do they have things that I can market and partner with them on? But you also then, before you officially partner with a nonprofit or charity, you got to have a sit-down conversation with them and make sure that they understand and make sure they have opportunities for you and make sure that you can use their branding and so forth. Because for me, you want it to become a partnership, a true partnership.
That's so important.
And know your
like
why.
That validity you were talking about. That your why could be, it's not going to be, oh, I decided to do it this week and I've never done it before. What's the history of the posts that you've had on your social media?
Yeah, don't just wake up Saturday morning and decide to throw a drive together.
Exactly.
There's no meaning behind that. You got to plan. You got to be able to say, here's my why. Here's why it means the most to me, because that's where people will connect with you.
What are some of what are some examples of agents and some of the West USA agents and charities that they've gotten behind and seen some success on?
Oh, there's a lot.
There's
Yeah, I'm trying to go through a lot of them. A lot of them share. Lost Our Home is always a big thing, and I keep coming back to that one because it started from real estate. It back in the day, the reason it was created, and Jody created that that great organization is because animals. This was the recession in 2008 when people were just up and leaving, and the animals were being left behind. And they were finding all of these vacant houses with animals. And so she created this to be able to have a place for those animals to go to. So that was created through real estate. So there's a perfect why right there that connects you and your brand. Another example, we have agents that are doing golf tournaments. They're hosting golf tournaments to be able to bring everyone out for a certain cause. We have one agent that does every year for breast cancer awareness in October, does a huge concert in the park. We have other ones that do more volunteer work or serve on the board. I know one of our ambassadors for CARES just came on. She's a board member on a nonprofit. So there's different ways to give back. It doesn't necessarily have to be big things, but you can find what best fits for you.
All right, so the next one, start small and local, because this is when I'm advising agents on this, I prefer, and I think it's better to go local and small. Obviously there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Red Cross. They do some great things, but first of all, going through the red tape of even being able to co-brand with them could take a while. And I think if they're really big and they're national, I'm going to have a harder time because my network and my community is small. And so I think smaller, more local is easier for me to get my smaller community excited and behind it. Your thoughts?
It depends on your impact. I think that's what it comes down to. What kind of impact do you want to make? And again, where is your passion? So we have some people that have been directly influenced or affected by breast cancer awareness. So they want to back Susan G. Komen. Just you have to understand that, yes, you're going to have more loopholes to go through for that. And maybe if your smaller donation of only $200 may not make that big of an impact to an organization that big. But if you're able to make a bigger donation, there you go. That might work for you. Whereas that $200 could go to more of a local one and can make a huge difference in that local charity. So it just depends on where you're wanting your impact and how much impact you're wanting to do, which kind of comes into the start small and local manageable incentives, like supporting a local and nonprofit organizing a volunteer or donating a percentage for your commission, because local is easier to do. It is because it's here, you're able to organize and do all these different events a little bit easier than if you were trying to get a hold of someone at like Susan G. Komen or some of these bigger charities. I know a couple times we've done things where I've tried to reach out, and I have a very hard time getting a hold of somebody when I say I want to make, $100 donation. I don't get calls back like I would if I was calling a local charity.
All right, let's. I'm going to let you just kind of go through the slide because we're getting a little behind on time. So I'll just let you go through the other points.
So this is one I made up, share the care. That was a term that I came up with to engage clients by giving them a role. So voting on your causes, participating in events, or sharing your stories. Participation increases the emotional investment and campaign success. Involving family and friends can also expand on that impact as well. Time commitment, again, taking a look at what kind of time do you have realistically in your days to be able to figure out where you can give back. So you don't want to overcommit yourself where then it just becomes more of a task than, and you don't want to do it again. You want to keep it going, grow your heart, grow your business. And then the last one, making it an ongoing commitment. So it's not just a one-time thing. You got to treat the cause marketing as a continual part of your business strategy and a business mindset side of it. Create long-term brand strategy through consistent campaigns, partnerships, and storytelling.
Yeah, and so with this, I think it's not just about the events and the drives. If you are going to adopt a specific charity or cause, and you've got the approval from them, and there's going to be a partnership. And I would just throw in, you may even consider joining the board at some point. But that brand needs to be on all of your branding. If you're going to do open house flyers on your website or whatever the case is, you should take the artwork, the brand of that charity, and it needs to be on everything because it needs. That's what cause marketing is. They need to see it on everything, and people need to associate you with that charity.
It's like Bissell vacuums, or do they have?
I don't vacuum.
Shampooers and stuff. They give to pet charities, and every one of their commercials you'll see at the end of it, they talk about how they give back to pets. Every purchase gives back to pets. Everything, you connect them together.
All right, so some of our programs.
So through West USA Cares, we try and make it easy as well. So if you don't have a charity or an organization or don't have that time, we can do it for you. You can just jump on the bandwagon with West USA Cares and promote yourself through this. We have those sign writers I talked about. They're $10. They're available in all the offices that you can be able to hang on to your listings. Red Fridays, I'm wearing my red shirt. We have supported Red Fridays since...
Is today Friday? Crap, did the week just fly by on me?
A little early. Since I think 2013, we came on Red Fridays. Remember, everyone deployed, so we want to support those families that have someone overseas and let them know that, hey, we're here for you. In branches drives, each branch always has drives throughout the year, so you can hop in and see kind of what drives going on. I think a lot of them are doing back to school right now, so you can be a part of that. Come in, take a picture of you dropping off backpacks or swimsuits or whatever drive they have going on. Take those pictures, post them up on your Facebook. Our monthly give back program, this is where agents, and we want to support our agents in their passions, so we want to they can submit a charity to receive a nominal donation. Each month we select one. So each month there's a different charity that was receiving a monetary donation from West USA, and also in the name of that agent who submitted them to consideration. And then our most important one is emergency needs assistance. That's our ENA program. This is where we're helping and supporting our own agents in time of emergency. So you're all independent contractors, and sometimes things happen and emergencies come up. So as a family and a family organization, we want to be able to support you. So all of them have the opportunity to be able to submit for assistance, financial assistance in time of need when that comes up.
Yeah, and so I just want to be clear on Nick on how you specifically do that, because for Ryan and I on our closings, we just do $25 on every closings back into the ENA program, because who knows, maybe one day with the condition of our livers, we may need
saying
it.
we in that conversation. So yeah, the ENA program is a really big deal at West USA. So every agent that has a closing has the opportunity in the notes section to throw a little cash towards the ENA program. And then back towards the in-branch drives, we are constantly doing things in the branches to promote different causes as well as West USA Cares. So you have the opportunity throughout the year to give donations to West USA Cares. Excuse me. That program, the ENA program, has helped a tremendous amount of West USA agents when they've gone through a hard time. So that's a very near and dear program to all of us here at the West USA corporate office and branch staff. We want to make sure we can continue moving that forward. And just real quickly on the in-branch drives, the in-branch drives has become one of my favorite things to see. Talk about getting our family of agents invested and involved in West USA Cares. We have people that are incredibly passionate about the in-branch drives. It's become their drive as well. And so we, as West USA, through our 8 main branch offices in Metro Phoenix, have really gotten support from the communities. We've made massive impact in those local and communities around our offices, and that's a testament to our agents that have really found passion and drive behind what West USA Cares have done, and that's a testament to Clint Fouts, Todd, and CarrieLynn, who created the West USA Cares program. So if you haven't really heard about these programs, I ask that you do a little bit of time, talk to your manager, talk to CarrieLynn. There's a lot of good that comes from this slide specifically on the screen in front of us.
All right, and so before we get into our ambassadors and cares, so for me, I've had several charities over the years that I partnered with, and the current one that I'm very involved with is called Friends of Freedom, and it's all about giving back to our veterans, first responders, and so forth. And we always we make a donation, through every closing and so forth, and so our people know that, and they like to associate with us, but also the charity knows that, and we generate a lot of business through the charity as well, because
They're looking for homes too.
yeah, they're looking for homes too, and they're giving back, and so that's why going back to a lot of the stuff I do 10 to 12 transactions a year just based on these relationships. And so there's so much more that goes into West USA Care, or not West USA Cares, but into cause marketing, and we should have probably. Maybe you can text out her email address. I know the phone number, 602-942-4200. But you're the expert on this, and we want to invite agents who want to learn more and have some ideas and some strategies on their own cause marketing campaigns to connect with you. But also, let's talk about our ambassadors, our West USA Cares ambassadors.
So West USA Cares has a committee, and they are formed by our own agents. And so we have 2 seats available per office. And currently right now we have 8 serving as ambassadors. So we have our Ahwatukee, we have Julie Grove, Chandler, Catherine Castle, Goodyear, Lisa Lanham, North Phoenix, Mia Romaine, and Jerry
That's too
Jones.
bad that you've got the seats at North Phoenix filled. Sorry, I was ready to sign up and jump on board, CarrieLynn.
Scottsdale, Lynn Shep, and Surprise Brenda Fouts and Joan Lebegot. And, they do a lot, and it's a way for agents to connect with their ambassadors too. You can see them in the office. They're usually at the office meetings. Ask them questions. They're happy to help as well. Yeah. And they have a lot of ideas, and they are the ones helping run some of these in-branch drives and kind of helping being the face of West USA Cares as well. So connect with them in your local branches. And we need ambassadors. We have, Donna Leeds is our chairperson, and Daniel Cooper is our assistant director, so they help out a lot. But we need ambassadors. We're looking for 2 seats in Mesa. We have 2 seats available for Arrowhead, and then 1 seat in Ahwatukee, Chandler, Goodyear, and Scottsdale. So if you're interested in being on the committee for West USA Cares and being an ambassador and being able to be involved, reach out to me. I'd be love to have a
Or learn
conversation.
more about it.
Yeah.
All right. The last thing I'll say is, at the end of the day, it does come down to motives. I know we talked a lot about, it can help you generate business and help you grow your business and so forth. But at the end of the day, it's just a byproduct of being a good citizen and wanting to give back. If you do this just to make money, then it's disingenuous,
Right.
Yep.
right? But if you can make money because of your passions and your desire to help out and to give back, then it becomes a win-win for everybody.
Just want to say real quick
humanizing
to CarrieLynn. Her name's not on here, but again, she has done all the heavy lifting over the years, and to everybody whose name is on here, and to those that your name is no longer on here, you've already done some of your service to West USA Cares from the corporate office at West USA Cares. Thank you all very, very, very much for everything you do.
Absolutely.
Sorry, CarrieLynn, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
All right, CarrieLynn, appreciate it. And Nick is posting CarrieLynn's email address. Again, just call her, 602-942-4200 if you want to get involved in West USA Cares, or you need some more direction on developing an effective cause marketing strategy. Appreciate it. Great information. And we move on with the quote of the day: small actions every day lead to all the time. Appreciate everybody joining us today. Go out and sell a home.